A deadly house fire leaves one man dead in Cache County. What firefighters are saying about the blaze.
Plus, a snowstorm moving in across Utah. All the details for your morning commute coming up in your full weather forecast.
And looking back at the Utah traditions for the holidays, how the streets in Temple Square have been decorated for decades. That's coming up and worth watching.
Live, we're there for you. ABC4 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jordan Burrows. Thanks for joining us tonight for ABC4 News at 10 o'clock. Let's check back in with our pinpoint weather forecast with Bob Bedore. We start there right away because there might be some messy commutes tonight and into tomorrow morning. Bob?
Yeah, we're going to have snow coming in very quick. Just taking a quick look outside our own studios right now. No snow coming in yet. In fact, it looks like the flag is frozen there, but that's because temperature 37 degrees, still a little too cold for that. But Cedar City, look at what's been going on, and it's been going on for a couple of hours in there. Cedar City, they're getting quite the snow totals already down south. If we take a look at our radar, you can see if we let's dive down here and let's take a look in southern Utah. You can see that storm still moving right across that area, getting just blasted with that weather. Well, we're still a little too warm right now, so that green, that's rain, so we're not getting the snow yet, but I can tell you that snow is coming. It's going to be putting well, let's just that look like a dystopian future there. I love that. You can see the temperatures warm there in Ogden, but anywhere that it's below freezing, that's where we're getting that snow, and it's already coming in. It's coming in nice and fast. You can see Powder Mountain, it's closing in. They're already over 9 inches. In fact, 9.3 in the last 6 hours. Powder Mountain has got that. See some really good snow totals, and even Bryan Head down south, they're already at about 6 inches right now as well. So that snow is coming fast. We're seeing some places where it's at like 2 inches an hour as it's going through. Now we've got this winter storm warning, going on right here along the Wasatch Front. That'll be going on until 5 p.m. Tuesday. This snow is going to hang around for a little while, something I'll be talking about in my full forecast. And then, of course, we've got it all going along the southern Utah as well, where we're already seeing big totals. That'll go on until 11 o'clock. Again, I'll give you my full forecast coming up in a little bit. Jordan?
All right, thank you, Bob. A man is dead after his house caught fire in Lewiston. According to police witnesses called 911 around 8:45 this morning. While fighting the flames, first responders were told that a resident had not been seen exiting the house and had still not been accounted for. Firefighters eventually found 89-year-old Joe Nunez dead inside. While an investigation is ongoing, officials believe the fire was accidental and was the reason for Nunez's death. Salt Lake City police say they have arrested a suspect for several crimes in the downtown area. According to police, 44-year-old Anthony Jack is the suspect in many recent burglaries, including one at the Utah Attorney General's office. Police arrested Jack when he was found to match the description of multiple car thefts. They found methamphetamine, 2 stolen credit cards, and several key cards to local businesses on him. Jack is in custody awaiting trial. One person is in critical condition after a car crash on Highway 30 last night. According to police, a Chevy Silverado went off the road for an unknown reason in Box Elder County. The truck then came back across the roadway and went off on the other side. It then rolled multiple times. The 20-year-old female driver was the only person in the vehicle. She was taken to a hospital in critical condition. A former Utah Highway Patrol trooper has pleaded guilty to child sex abuse in exchange for a plea deal. 45-year-old Brian Bruce Adams was previously charged with multiple charges of child sex abuse. Adams pleaded guilty and received a 30-month probation and waived a jail sentence if he complies with the court terms to not have any similar offenses during his probation. Adams was also only required to register as a sex offender for the remainder of his probation. Multiple restaurants and community members of Riverton came together this weekend to raise money for Operation Underground Railroad. The nonprofit helps rescue human trafficking and sex trafficking victims with a special focus on children. The event featured over 20 vendors, a raffle and bake sale, and visits from Santa. 100% of the proceeds went to Operation Underground Railroad. Hundreds of people showed up to an event today to talk about cars and show off their cars. But these aren't any normal cars, they're Hot Wheels. This once-a-month meetup is a Hot Wheels swap meet, and it's a community that cares a lot about these miniatures. Visitors can trade, buy, or just browse. Many of the nostalgic toys can go for thousands of dollars, while others add their own spin on the cars by buying accessories to make their collection unique.
The main focus a lot of this that we do is the ability that a lot of these collectors, when you look around, they do customization. So that's one of the main focus that we do. So there's a lot of customization that is made. So these guys, take your traditional Hot Wheel and then make it into these new razzle dazzle, design with new colors and different designs like that drop.
This month's swap meet also featured a donation section where people could donate some of their Hot Wheels to Toys for Tots. It's been 50 years since American astronauts last set foot on the moon during the Apollo 17 mission. NASA now one giant leap closer to sending humankind back after Apollo's sister program Artemis successfully sent its Orion spacecraft on a nearly month-long journey through space orbiting the moon. The Artemis 1's Orion spacecraft splashed down in the Pacific Ocean this afternoon just off the coast of Baja California.
This whole mission has just been unbelievable. It's been so almost perfect. Of course, there are a lot of things that go wrong, but they know how to fix them. So they've been able to add tests in the course of the 25-day mission.
If all goes as planned, the next flight will be Artemis 2 in the year 2024, which would have 4 astronauts on board for a lunar flyby. Work is set to begin on removing the final city-owned Confederate monument in Richmond, Virginia tomorrow. Plans to remove the statue are complicated as the general's remains are buried there. The monument is planned to be moved to a Black History museum, while others say they want it moved to a former Civil War battlefield. A major breakthrough in the decades-long investigation into the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103. The man accused of making the explosive device is now in U.S. custody. All 259 people on board died when the plane went down over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988. An additional 11 people on the ground were killed. ABC's senior investigative reporter Aaron Kathursky spoke to the brother of one of the victims about this latest development.
Tonight, almost 34 years later, the Libyan intelligence operative suspected of building the bomb that destroyed Pan Am Flight 103 is in U.S. custody.
At long last, this man, responsible for killing Americans and many others, will be subject to justice for his crimes.
Then Attorney General Bill Barr announcing charges against Abu Aguila Massoud 2 years ago. The man known as the chief bomb maker for former Libyan President Muammar Gaddafi, allegedly confessing to a Libyan officer that he built the bomb that brought down the plane.
There is no question that the Pan Am 103 attack was aimed at the United States.
Pan Am 103 from London to New York had been in the air less than an hour when an explosion sent the Boeing 747 plunging into the small Scottish town of Lockerbie, killing 270 people, 190 of them American, including Bert Ammerman's brother, Tom.
He had 2 daughters at the time, 6 and 4, a wife. He was 36, young. He didn't get to live his life.
Abu Aguila Massoud has been a U.S. priority for years, ever since his purported confession to Libyan authorities. He'd been held in Libya ever since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. How the United States managed to get him into custody was not exactly clear, but he's due to make his first appearance in an American courtroom as soon as Monday. Aaron Kathursky, ABC News, New York.
And taking a look at St. George, it's not snowing there because it's too warm right now, but I'll show you places it is snowing and tell you all about your commute coming up in my full weather forecast. Coming up after this break, we'll see you then.